Ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of the week. We got to wrap up. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about. Well, good stuff, some bad stuff. Some people say it's great stuff.
Some people want law and order. Some people don't.
Some people want a vaccine by November.
A lot of people, though.
Some people are going to vote Trump.
A lot of people, though.
I think a lot more than we think.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about a lot of other things, everything else going on in this crazy, crazy world. You ready?
Let's get into it.
Let's end the week strong. Let's get into it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, group chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Right.
Happy birthday to you. There you go, D.
Birthday.
There you go, man. I know you only allow that version.
Only allow the Stevie Wonder version. That is a great sign to the day, guys.
There
Great,
you go,
great
man.
sign.
Happy birthday. How's it feel to be a senior citizen?
You know when you're younger, like, and you meet someone that's 40, you're like, damn, shut the fuck up, you old prick.
Yeah. That's how I feel right now.
As of today.
Yes.
It's crazy. Like 40, like being 40, I don't feel old, but I'm trying to reminisce when I was 25 or 30, when I met a 40-year-old. I was like, this guy is 40.
Yeah.
Like, what does he know?
I still remember when you guys first met Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
He was like 17 or 18.
Yeah.
How he was pretty young, right?
Yeah.
And at a dinner, he was like, yeah, that girl was so old, she was 30.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, we were old then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. Does it like
Well, now
mess with?
Machine Gun Kelly's old.
Yeah. How like I remember I think the only birthday that maybe like messed with me a little bit was 30. Does it feel, do you feel like sad?
I think, no, I would say turning 30 for me, I was extremely anxious turning
Why? 30. Why?
I think I was just like, you have like all these expectations in your mind at every age,
Yeah.
milestone. And to me at that time, there's a certain level of success or certain level of things I wanted to accomplish that I hadn't. So I was like kind of feeling, like, man, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
But then I think, as I got married, as I had children, the wants, the desires, or what I view as success completely changed. So I'm like extremely content
Yeah.
at 40, whereas at 30, I was very anxious on what the future holds.
Got it.
And
Where now I'm not so concerned.
And to add to that, I think provided your health maintains as you get into these age groups, I think the real way to categorize it is pre-kid and post-kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the age is just a number because your life dramatically changes post-kid.
Yeah.
And whether you have a kid at 35, 40, 38, 32, whatever the number is,
Yeah.
it's a new life. And that's more of the kind of break in life where things change versus, oh, you just turned 30 or you just turned 35, you just turned 40.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And now Dee's got 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's got,
it's just,
double the other shit to worry about.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the obviously a lot of people wishing me happy birthday. I think the funniest part about turning 40, people say, here's to another 40 more. So are they assuming I'm dead at 80?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say so.
81?
Yeah. 81, let's not make any promises. But we'll
Just
see
say
at
here's
80.
to many more. Everyone's like to 40 more. I mean, like, dude.
Yeah, but I
80's
don't
not
think
that old anymore.
I think 40 more means like, here's
Have
to the
40
next
good
40.
years.
We'll revisit
Or
at
you
80. Maybe it's cheers to a couple
Or
more.
you can think of it like, at least they didn't say 30 more. Like you're not dead at 70.
Cheers to a few more.
I'm getting that
man.
vaccination. I'm living past 40, living past 80.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I brought you a couple gifts. I wanted to present them because I know you can see on the live cam.
Okay, great.
So,
Let's see.
So I learned an interesting thing. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's COVID or what it is, but 1942 is extremely hard to get your hands on.
Impossible.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yes, right now.
Yeah.
So I
it's
went
impossible.
like, okay, no brainer. Easiest friend I have for a birthday is D. You get him the biggest bottle of 42 you can get your hands on. He's happy.
Yep.
They don't have 42. So what I picked you up here is I got you some Terramana.
Okay.
This is the Rocks tequila.
All right.
And, I know you've been wanting to try it. And so I figured, here you go. You can try it out and see how the Rock did.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep.
Thank
so
you.
There's that. And then because you are such a, fan of celebrity beverages, I got you Post Malone's Rosé.
Yes. It's funny. Was that Maison something?
Yeah. Mason number 9.
It's that readily available?
I guess so.
Good for him.
I walked in and when they didn't have 42, I just started looking around and this is what they got.
This should be like, I'm looking for anything celebrity rapper driven.
Yeah. Yeah. I figured what's funny is now you can go into a liquor store and it's literally like, I'll have George Clooney's this, Post Malone's that, Puffy's this. It's so good.
I'll have Charlie Sheen's Rehab.
Of Charlie Sheen. And then I got you this is a backup bottle, Activo. This is because they didn't have the 42. So he was like, oh, this is my friend. This is the best
Interesting
tequila we
packaging.
have.
Look
So,
at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's all
Looks like a
jagged.
penis.
Yeah, it looks like well. And I think this is like a shot glass here at the top.
Okay.
So anyway,
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry we couldn't get you 42. We'll make that up. We'll make up for that. But at least you
I
can give
appreciate
these
that. Thank you.
a taste test, and you know what I mean.
They will all get used. Nothing will go unopened.
I don't worry about that.
So we have a gift on the way that I don't think has arrived yet at Dee's, but I wanted to make sure he had something for the day of.
Yes,
And I was just like, what matters to Dee?
the most.
The stock market plummeted.
There you go. Happy birthday.
Woo! Happy birthday to you.
Get a nice 800-point drop, 3 to 5% across all indexes.
What happened?
You know what
Dee's
it
birthday?
was? You know what actually triggered it was, so yesterday the White House said all the states need to get ready for vaccine distribution the first week of November, which is why the market went up yesterday. And so then all this, the pharmaceutical companies were like, we're not even that far into trials to even hit that. And Fauci then came and said, I'm talking to everybody. There's no chance that happens. Like, there's no way we're going to have a vaccine distributed to people by the first week of November.
Yeah.
Obviously, for Donald Trump's sake, rushing a vaccine, because here's the thing. If he's able to get vaccines in people's hands, call it like middle of October, or tell people it's coming first week of November, it doesn't even have to work.
No, they're going to be injecting people with vitamin C and water,
Yeah, exactly.
and they're going to be like, vote Trump.
Yes,
Yeah,
I feel
exactly. So Fauci came out and said, like, there's no chance. So then obviously the market panicked. And then I'm sure on top of that, all the normal things. Peloton got slammed to the ground, which is amazing.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank
Happy
you.
for you.
10%.
Yeah.
But yeah, all these stocks are still at record high. Even when you look at each of them getting hit 10% today, the big guys, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, Apple goes down a couple percent, 4 or 5%, and it's $250 billion.
Yeah.
Like, think about the scale of that.
I was so shocked to wake up and see red across the board. I'm so used to just like, yep, another day.
And
Only go
since
up.
most of you guys are Robinhood traders and you lost all that money, you're going to have to trade down. So join the Menlo Club. Use the code DEEBDAY, DBDAY, $40 for your first month package.
Yeah.
I mean, it's time to dress in your. Be humble now.
Yeah,
Enough
address
with
your portfolio value.
Yeah,
you
if
know?
your portfolio went down, tone
Spend
it
a little
down on the
less.
shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It'll be interesting to see if this is just a one-day blip, or do we see a few more days of 800 to 1,000-point drops, and what effect that has on Robinhooders. Do they just give up? Like if we get to Dow 23,000, we're at Dow 28. Robinhooders
That's-
panic?
Yeah.
That's
I think so.
20%.
I think all of this is one thing that I think is so dangerous is all of this stuff with all these like kids getting in on Robinhood, like they're not built to handle those losses. And I
No.
feel like the whole market, it could really damage like the whole market if there's like a little dip and these kids can't take it.
And these kids are trading on margin and doing options.
Yeah.
So,
so
it's
that's
zero sum. It's not like they're just going long Facebook and they lost 5% today. It's, let's put 20K on a Facebook option trade and it can go to zero in 2 days.
Yeah.
And so I saw a lot of young people screenshotting their Robinhoods today. And they're trading options. They're not trading stocks. They are trading like crazy. Like it is like, I'm down 30% today.
Yeah.
That means that's not an individual stock. That is, you are trading something crazy.
Options are built for the youth. It's this fast money. If things go up slightly, you 10x. Like no young person wants to sit and build and long-term accumulate wealth. It's, can I put 5K and get it to 100?
Yeah. 100%. That's all it is. And that's why it's so dangerous. This is like not a big drop.
No.
This is not anything serious, but it probably just wiped out a bunch of 19-year-olds.
Yeah, because the way options work, a stock can be down 3 to 4%. Your options could be down 50.
Yeah. That's probably the story that's happening a lot. I wonder what's on TikTok. I got to check back in on the TikTok advisors. I have a feeling they might be quiet today.
Yeah. I mean, I think like they're saying, when you have a down day, what do? You buy more.
Because if you think about the kids, there are stories, kids that start with a few grand and they rode this wave. They probably have 6 figures at this point and they keep doubling down. Yeah. It's not like they're going to take the 80K out and play with the 20.
Yeah.
They're going to go, I could 100K get to $1 million.
And for the record, I've seen some videos of like some young people playing with substantially less money that still means a lot to them. Like I've seen videos of kids making $1,000 and being like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I am rich. So that same kid losing, whatever he's losing, all of it and more, like really can't take that loss. Like I think that's the really devastating thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think the people that are buying the Apples and the Microsofts and the Facebooks, I'm not like, if they get hit 20%, 30% in the next couple months, long term, we know those are completely fine.
Yeah.
It's the person like gambling on Tesla. Tesla's down like 25% since its high. Zoom's down 20% from its high. I mean, like these things fluctuate so much. And then you start going into like big commerce, which was down 17% today. Lemonade down 7%. Nicola, like some of these companies are just getting pummeled. And these are the ones these Robinhooders are trading. Yep. They're not just trading the big guys. I'm sure they're buying Apple and Tesla, but like...
I mean, Nicola is the hottest stock just for these little fuckers.
And a lot of them are trading penny stocks because a company could go from 20 million in market cap to 100 million and you 5x.
Yeah.
Fast money.
Well, I feel good. I put a little bit more in today. I got in on Apple and Microsoft, and I feel real good about it. I think this is the bottom.
This is the bottom. We're 2% from all-time high.
Yeah. This is the bottom. So I think things are looking up.
Yeah.
Okay. And just to remind everyone, we are not authorized advisors because I don't know how that shit works, but I do not want to get sued.
We actually had a special request. I don't know if we're allowed to say his name, but he wanted Retail Joe back.
Ooh, we did. Oh, what?
Oh.
Hi.
Whoa, you were right here the whole time?
Yeah.
You
all we had to do
had
was
a
ask?
great summer, the pandemic, and all your stocks are up.
Split?
Yeah, we actually pulled all our money out of the market and we redid our home. We made like $200,000 in like 2 days.
Wow. So did you play in the stock splits or you missed that?
Yeah, we were buying stocks, market. We bought it all. We when they said that virus came out, those, with the guy with the
beer
bat.
company, yeah.
Yeah, the bat.
The Chinese bat?
Yeah.
The Chinese bat, yeah. We by the way, we love P.F. Chang's.
Great.
My wife was like, you know what? I know I'm driving Lyft and it's not going anywhere, but I was thinking we should take all the money we saved and we should really go long Tesla.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So she's a visionary.
She was like, you're a shitty driver. They don't need you anymore. It's all going to be autonomous cars anyways.
Wow.
So
your wife's a genius.
Yeah, and
She's a
I'm sure
genius.
she was probably fighting for the employee versus contractor thing.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the house.
Yeah, so we invested in Tesla, and
you're rich.
then we made like $200,000, and we really wanted a pool.
And so
And
there
it's
you
so
go.
hot here
Yeah.
in Scottsdale.
Yeah. Got it.
That's amazing.
Wow. Retail Joe. I wonder why we hadn't heard from him. He's been tanning.
Retail Joe's gotten rich, and I'm glad we revisited.
Yeah.
He's got a new
Yeah.
pool. He's making a couple $100,000. Good for Joe.
Yeah.
And
More
he
confident
top
than
ticked
ever.
it. He pulled out.
Sheesh.
But there's
But-
50 grand I didn't tell my wife about that I'm still, let's just say today was rough. I hope she doesn't check my phone.
Got it. So you won't be out by the pool today.
Oh no, my phone died.
Well,
Okay.
Retail Joe, hang in there.
Joe, good to hear from you, man. You know what? That's kind of,
Yeah.
I had a feeling that it was going in that direction for you. I know we gave you a lot of hate, but it paid off. You're a visionary.
Yeah, I was ahead of my time.
Yep. Well, let's hope that 50 grand pans out well.
Yeah, I think it'll be $1 million soon.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, back by popular demand, we need to keep, with everything going on, I think it's really good to check in with Joe.
It might get a little volatile over in the Joe household.
Joe, yeah. We might want to keep our eye on Joe. Joe and Jill might have a little divorce coming. Okay. Let's move on. Look, it's the end of the week. I figured let's start with some just pop culture news. Everything doesn't have to be so serious all the time. Let's talk about what's going on in pop culture. First thing is, I would assume that if anyone should just be so loved that the thought of canceling them wouldn't even come across anyone's mind. I would say top 3 people, one of them that I would choose would be Adele. How could you cancel Adele?
Right? Great
What's
music.
she ever done? Beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Great music. Seems like a great woman. This is now her second time being canceled. So
Yeah.
she was, I don't know if it was full on canceled, but she received a lot of hate for losing weight, like close to a year ago. So she posted a picture, lost all this weight. Oh my gosh, people were mad at her. What's wrong with being fat, right? That was the question. So absolutely insane. And now she's back on the chopping block because apparently she wore a bikini that was the colors of the Jamaican flag.
Don't forget about the hair.
What did she do with her hair? She
Well-
braided it?
The buns. It was of African style. People weren't happy.
She was in Notting Hill in England at a Caribbean themed, I think it was like, what is that? Carnival
Yep.
type party happening out there. And she got dressed up.
It's a Caribbean themed celebration, to be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like one of
Yeah.
the most popular probably themes of
Yes.
parties that exist.
So like this goes back to like the same problem we're having just in America in general when it comes to life. And then you take on top of the fact that like, so everyone says everything is cultural misappropriation, right? And everyone gets extremely sensitive about what is said, what people do. In fact, I was actually reading our reviews.
Oh, is that a taco on your phone case?
Yeah, it is.
Canceled.
That's cultural misappropriation.
Canceled, yeah.
So
What, people
I was
left us bad reviews that were cultural?
I know exactly which review you're talking about.
Okay, so
On
there
iTunes?
was yeah, it was on iTunes, and we have literally all 5 stars, except I see 1, and I was like,
Interesting.
what does this one say? Okay, let me find it because I don't want to butcher what they exactly said. But this is a great example of like
I can't wait for
completely
this.
blown out of proportion. Let's see here. It was recent, right, Anand?
Yeah, the Hollywood Wannabe Losers. Is that one?
Yeah.
Want me to
Sounds
read
like-
it?
You
have
find it?
Yeah. Hollywood
Yeah, go for
Wannabe Losers. Chance de Leon posted August 21st, 2020.
Oh, chance.
All these guys talk about is how much they hate China and make racist statements against Asians.
Huh.
They are obviously Indians disgruntled by the China-India relations and use their platform to spew their non-stop hate.
What about me, chance?
Newsflash, Americans don't care about this issue. I stopped listening because this is all they talked about, and it got really old. Find some new content for your 9,000 followers. I'm assuming he's talking about our Instagram.
Oh.
Okay, so let me break down this little statement here. First of all, Hollywood, I'm okay with. No one wants to be a loser.
Oh, wannabe
Okay?
losers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you're right.
You should have been
said
wannabe.
winners.
Yeah, or wannabe winners or wannabe Hollywood losers. So Chance de Leon, that's already incorrect.
Yeah.
Second, how much they hate China. No, we are pointing out that China is taking advantage of America. And we're actually liberal people. So here in case is a great point. We are liberal. We are diverse. We are seeking the best opportunities for everyone. But this particular person thinks we're anti-China. I would say we probably lean more that way because we live in America and we want what's best for our citizens. Living in this country, if you do not want what's best for the people in this country, that's a strange thought to me. This is where you lose a lot of independent, moderate people because it's like, at the end of the day, we have the choice to live anywhere. There's a reason why there's no diversity in China. There's no diversity in Korea. There's no diversity in India. There's no diversity. There's like 5 places on planet Earth that has any real diversity. And America is one of them. So I don't care for that statement. I could give 2 shits about China-India relations.
Yeah, I care deeply about America-China relations. It has
Yes,
a direct
I don't care
impact.
about
He
anything
marched across the stage in front of an audience of people to the Chinese anthem. I mean,
If that's not
obviously,
support, I don't know what it is.
didn't pay enough attention.
Yeah,
Chance.
and then just
Plus,
Chance.
you didn't reference the white dude,
Yeah, you're a racist,
Yeah.
Chance.
so I don't even matter.
Chance
And
is a
by the
racist.
way, I went and checked our Instagram. We have 11,000 followers, dickhead.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
fuck
fuck
off.
you,
Suck on
Chance.
that one, bitch.
Suck on that, Chance. But how does that tie into Adele being?
Well, I'm just saying is that if you have to walk on eggshells of every single thing you like, Adele's probably into reggae music and Caribbean culture. Why can't she celebrate it?
Yeah. Also, I don't know. It's just like,
Who cares? And it's like, I'm allowed to have my opinion on China, and you don't have to agree with it, but doesn't mean you have to call me. And I don't want to be a loser. There's
This is
nothing about me that screams want to be loser.
This is the problem with the woke left.
Yeah.
Because Jamel Hill, who used to work at ESPN, now she's at the Atlantic, I think, or the Ringer, a couple other places. She's like bouncing around. She lost it on Adele for the picture. She's like, nope.
no.
And then a Jamaican dude retweeted her because I think I'm the one who should be opining on this, and I have no issues.
I just want everyone to know who's ever canceled anyone or whoever has even slightly considered themselves woke, you are the reason Trump is going to get reelected.
Yes.
At this point, you're the number one piece of marketing that campaign has.
And that's the irony. The wokest are the most anti-Trump, and they are going to be the reason, like you said, if they continue this for the next 60 days, this guy's going to walk right into the office.
100%.
Because here's the problem is that being too woke, in my opinion, is actually anti-American because the beauty of our country is you get to say and do whatever the fuck you want. And that's why you moved here. Guess what? In China, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Like if that guy said what he said in China and I was a politician, he's screwed. He's going to jail.
Yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing. One of the most
Like, why
fun
would you
things in the world is like a themed party where everyone dresses up like something.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Carnival, I
host,
would say, is probably, like I said, one of the most like used themes.
And to be honest, Coachella is a cultural misappropriation of white people.
And I'm
Or
offended.
appropriation of
Actually,
white people.
you know what? I'd like to speak up here.
Yeah.
I'd like to speak up, and I'd say all those Instagram models, canceled.
I want to be white for a week, and you're mad?
We did Woodstock.
Yeah.
We do tie-dye.
Yeah.
Okay, not you.
Is it cultural misappropriation or culture
I think
appropriation?
it's cultural appropriation because you're appropriating
Okay.
someone else's culture.
Well, if you're
but
misappropriating it, it's us trying to be white. We're misappropriating white
yeah,
culture.
I don't think that. I think both work. The point is, I'm still offended. So if anyone you cut off jean shorts, white people.
Yes.
We did
That
that.
would be a great movement if white people got up in arms over
Yeah.
minorities at Coachella dressing like them.
Yeah, what are you doing? Drinking
Yes.
beer? Yeah,
You know,
right.
why
Not
the
on my
fuck are you
watch.
wearing jeans? There's nothing more white and American than wearing
Why are you
jeans.
drinking a hard seltzer? Get
Beer
that white
pong?
claw out of your hand.
Yeah, beer pong?
It's called
Fuck off.
White Claw. It's called White Claw.
For a reason.
You want to
You
sit by the
dark-skinned
pool and
motherfucker.
drink out of a
Yeah,
red
yeah.
cup?
Nope,
Fuck off.
I don't think so, man. I'm
No.
pretty sure cigarettes we own too. So fuck you.
We definitely own cigarettes.
It's the only week D tries to wear a tank top. That seems white culture.
Yes.
to
Little
me.
fishy,
Yes.
D. Sun's out,
That
guns
is the only
out,
week
huh?
I wear tank tops.
Well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and start a movement. I'm going to get it fired up on Twitter, see if I get any traction. I, might
like
need
it.
you guys.
I like it.
Pete, definitely going to need
I'm
you.
supporting it.
Yeah.
The other thing I really want to point out, because we were talking about Adele, my girl Rebel Wilson, huge weight loss.
It's all that. You know what's funny is I looked through a couple pages of her comments hoping to find the outrage, but then
Hate.
I got bored. And
Wait,
left.
what's the outrage? Someone that wants to get healthier?
Yes, because that's saying there's something wrong with being fat. There is a thing happening in the country, I don't even want to say the world, where it is messed up to say that there is anything wrong with being fat. And by losing weight, that's what you're saying.
We live in an insane world.
So if someone posts, I gained 80 pounds because of depression, we're
They'll be
supposed to
cheered on.
congratulate
No big
them.
deal. They said no big deal. I
what
know
are you
that's so
talking about?
tough.
If you post, I gained 80 pounds, depression, anxiety, I have all these massive health issues, you will get paraded around Instagram like a fucking hero.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the 80 pounds, they'll be like, oh, that's no big deal. It's fine.
You want to go viral? Pick up a health disorder.
pick up a health, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, you gain 80 pounds, I'll give you a like and a comment.
Yeah, there's not a lot of support for like weight loss, and I'm just wondering when we're going to come for the pretty people, because if we're talking about privilege, pretty girl privilege,
Oh yeah,
is at the top of the list, and
I mean,
I'm outraged.
that is
Why
the top.
haven't they mandated
Frankly.
ugly people be on billboards? I know they mandated fat people to be on
Why don't
billboards.
we cancel pretty people? Why don't we say we don't want to hear from you, pretty person? You don't know what it's
Yeah,
like
they should
to be ugly.
Even the bigger people on billboards are good looking. They're not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ashley Graham, beautiful.
Yeah, so you can't.
I'm just
Where's
saying.
that-
I think
Think
they're
about
coming
it.
for Hollywood. We can't have all these pretty people in our movies.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
I might have to like get my veneers
Where's the-
undone and try to like
Where's it
ugly
for
up.
us ugly people, the uglies?
I know, man. Us regular looking fucking people have no representation.
It's coming. I think it's coming.
I'm just surprised. In all honesty, I'm surprised that there hasn't been a.
In animation, there's a lot of ugly people. Like Shrek is disgusting.
But isn't that the premise of the movie?
Yeah, but I would say
He's an
yeah.
ogre. Trolls, disgusting people.
You better be careful, man.
Yeah,
I don't
easy
know.
now.
On your pedestal, calling trolls disgusting. I don't think so, man.
Who's
You
gonna-
Hollywood
a bunch of
wannabe
trolls
loser.
are gonna-
Yeah,
The minions are coming for you.
yeah.
They have one eye. the
Despicable
minions.
Me.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's talk about more pretty people problems.
Yeah.
Is that Rose?
Wow.
Wow.
Birthday
That's a lot.
Rose.
Birthday boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty people problems. Brad Pitt. Looks like Brad Pitt has a new bae.
Yes.
He took her to their Rose. Speaking of Rose, he took her to their, what do you call that thing? Vineyard? What do you call it?
Yep.
Yep.
Whatever. Where and that's where he married Angelina Jolie.
Apparently.
Okay, so obviously I'm the only real journalist here. So he he took her there. It looks serious. What's up with this young lady? Do we got any info?
She's a model. She's 27.
Canceled.
But here's the interesting part. I think she's still married.
She is still married.
To not Brad Pitt.
Not Brad
Well-known
Pitt.
German restaurateur Roland Mary. 68 years
And-
old.
What a coincidence.
They've been married for 8 years, and the couple has a 7-year-old son.
And they have an open relationship, and it just so happens to be opened by Brad Pitt.
You want to talk about a backlash to the open relationship thing, or a backfire? What if you're like, yeah, babe, I have some girls on the side, and then your girl goes up and starts boning Brad Pitt. You're like, fuck. Should have closed that thing up years ago.
I mean, that is the ultimate, like, where the woman has just traunched the man to the ground. Where,
Oh
like,
my
he was
gosh.
probably, like, parading around town women in Germany, and this woman goes and gets Brad Pitt.
Yeah, good for her.
It's the most great for her. Brad Pitt's still Brad Pitt.
I think
she's only 27, 28 years old, so it's like,
and this
pretty
guy's
crazy.
68. If
pretty privileged. You're telling me this young woman has a well-off husband and a Brad Pitt on the side.
And her
side piece is Brad Pitt.
The dirty little secret among rich and powerful people, if people listening don't know this, these arrangements are very common. Not that Brad Pitt is the side piece, but take Brad Pitt out of it, that these billionaire types.
You can't take Brad Pitt. You can't take Brad Pitt, he's like hasn't been publicly seen with a woman since his divorce with Angelina Jolie. The first woman he stumbles, into dating is a woman that's married.
You got to give it to her. She's got a type older men. Isn't Brad Pitt over 50?
Yeah, but
I think 56.
Roland is way older.
Brad Pitt's 56?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's 5 kids.
I know.
And you're right on him, but I think those things, it's usually so low key. Like
this is very high key.
Yeah, like the wifey at a vineyard in the south of France with Brad Pitt is like, that wasn't very low
That
key,
escalated quickly.
Yeah. Listen, babe, can we talk about your weekend? Can we reel it in? Can we tighten it up here?
It's crazy.
Jesus. Okay.
I love watching like these Hollywood stories. They're so good.
Yeah,
this one's really good.
To Brad Pitt. At least he's getting back on the horse and getting out there.
I wonder what Angelina Jolie's doing. Do you think she's on the horse?
She's got to be riding a couple horses.
You think so?
She's got to have a few horses in the stable.
I feel like most guys are intimidated by her.
But isn't she 99.9? I thought she was like. I thought it was known that she was.
Yeah, but who's hitting up Angelina Jolie? Like, what type of guy?
Elon Musk, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elon can get in there.
He's out here trying to bone everyone's girlfriend. So
I don't think Elon Musk would be intimidated by Angelina Jolie.
No.
He'd be like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
By aliens.
Yeah.
Not you, Angelina.
What scares me. You're a mere mortal.
I actually think she would intimidate him. He's not dating anyone in the A-list.
Yeah.
That's next. Give him some time. He just got famous in the last 5 years.
You never know, man. You know how this Hollywood stuff goes. We're Hollywood wannabe losers.
that are staying up at night over China-India relations.
Yeah, if anyone knows about this,
oh my God.
And you know that it's probably some weird, she's definitely got some side pieces. And they're just, I don't know, it's just not who you would expect. But then when you heard it, you'd be like,
I would expect a younger, up-and-coming star.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I'd go more that way than her peer. Yeah, I would view Elon Musk as her peer. I don't think she's going for Elon.
He's just surprised me. He's just surprised me in the past. So who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, next up, world's richest woman. Listeners, can you guess who it is? 3, 2, 1. Mackenzie Scott, formerly Bezos.
This is unbelievable.
69 billion. Pete, grow up.
I was wondering what he was laughing at. Jesus.
He doesn't remember 69. 69 billion. Mackenzie Scott.
The best part about this is that she didn't get half the net worth. She only got 30%. And the stock's gone up so much that only taking 30% of Jeff Bezos' net worth at the time of the divorce still makes her the richest woman in the world.
I think she got robbed.
Apparently.
Why does she get half?
How crazy is it, though, that she is the richest woman in the world at 30%, which isn't even half, and then Jeff is the richest man in recorded history, even having given up the 30%. And they are just shitting. Gosh, man. It is
Who's hitting on Mackenzie Scott? Forget Angelina Jolie.
Me.
Maybe Angelina Jolie.
Ooh.
Mackenzie Scott can get whoever she wants. My suggestion was, let's say she was into Hollywood types. Let's say she liked Leo. Okay?
Oh, no.
You give Leo $1 billion and say, you're going to fuck me 4 times a week. Okay? That's what you're going to do, Leo. I'm the king. This is what you're going to do. You don't think Leo would do that?
Hey, stranger things
Is
have
there a
happened.
guy on earth that would turn that down?
I don't think so. And she can afford it.
Yes. She could probably get 5. She can get 20 Leos.
She just seems so normal.
I'm dying to know who she's dating.
Well, I mean, like you said, if women with insane wealth, one of Google founder's ex-wife was dating A-Rod at one point.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And she wasn't a young model.
No.
By any means.
I would
man.
love
I don't know.
if she dated Elon. Wow. That would be blockbuster. Because that would piss Jeff Bezos off.
There's an Elon Bezos rivalry. So the Elon camp
big time.
thinks Bezos just copies everything Elon does.
Yep.
And that would absolutely piss Jeff Bezos off.
If they got married and had a kid, holy shit.
And together their net worth passed Jeff's.
It's possible.
It is, right? Isn't Elon worth like $100 billion now?
I think Mackenzie's going to give it all away, though. I don't think she's going to keep it. She knows her kids are fine because of Jeff.
I think Mackenzie's going to go live a normal life. If you had to
guess, do you think Mackenzie Scott and Jeff are cordial?
Yes.
You have to have some bitterness, right?
They are. But
if you're just human nature to be bitter, your husband cheated on you and is publicly embarrassed you.
Yeah.
She publicly embarrassed her.
And the dick pics.
Yes.
I bet you, to be honest, I bet you.
Like, you just don't get over that. I don't care how rich and smart you are.
No. I agree with that. I think the kids are more angry than she is. She can probably come to terms with her head of like, look, I ended up marrying what became probably the most important entrepreneur ever, richest man ever. Like, it happens. I don't think the kids can forgive that.
Yeah. How old are the kids?
I don't know.
They're not over 18.
They're not over 18?
No.
Whoa. Yeah, they're probably pissed. Because I was going to say, if you're like 25, you're like, we live a good life. Do your thing.
Yeah. But if you're like 12 and you're like hearing about this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, it just blows my mind that this guy's so rich.
So rich.
You know what the best is? You Google Mackenzie Scott and her title is American Novelist.
All right. Well, you know what? She
didn't get $69 billion.
Must have sold a lot of books.
I mean,
is that a reference to Amazon starting out as a bookstore?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is just a jab. It's just like American Novelist. I wrote who sold more books than Amazon.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. All right. And then next up in Hollywood land is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his wife and his daughters have all tested positive for COVID. So when you drink this Terramana this weekend, I want you to do it for the Johnson family. I want you to pour a shot out for the Johnsons and wishing for a speedy recovery.
I thought you were going to say you should be careful and not get corona because that could possibly have corona on it.
Infused with COVID.
Mm-hmm. Think about that one.
I mean, what do you think happened here? You think Dwayne's like traveling around, having meetings and doing what he's got to do and just brought home a bundle of...
Well, we know production's back.
Yeah,
they're filming movies.
I think I've been looking for it because a friend told me that he was filming in Atlanta, something. So in this particular article that we're sharing internally, it just said that he got it. But I think he was in Atlanta filming something, and he got it. I mean, like, honestly, he got it. His wife got it. His daughters 4 and 2 got it.
That's crazy.
2.
Like, what are you doing, The Rock? Like, here's my biggest beef with this is I don't mind if The Rock doesn't care and he wants to go work and he gets it, okay? And I get he wants to be next to his family. This virus has not gone away. We don't know the long-term ramifications of getting corona. We have no idea. It's been around 6 months, 7 months. Dude, your 2-year-old and 4-year-old got it?
Yeah.
That's fucking reckless. I'm sorry.
It's
I know
also
everybody
like...
loves The Rock. It's
It's
just
also
reckless.
the story of like immune. I mean, you would think that The Rock has one of the most strong immune systems that exist.
Do you know what's also scary about this? So he talks about the 2 kids that he has that got it, and kind of dismisses it as not a big deal. Little sore throat for the first couple of days, but other than that, they bounce back, and it's been life is normal, happy babies running around and playing. That may be the case, but you're The Rock. You have influence over the country. Let me tell you, you can be in the camp that you're not scared of corona. Yeah. That's fine. But it affects everyone differently. Yeah. Don't go around minimizing it. If that's how you choose to live your life, that's totally fine. But when you have the platform and influence, like Dee said, we have no clue what the long-term ramifications are. Maybe it's nothing. But if I had the choice of getting corona or not, I'm choosing not 100 out of 100 times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. Like Kirk Cousins was in an interview back in June that said, if I die, I die, in reference to Corona, who's the quarterback for the Vikings. Mm-hmm. He then he got obviously a lot of backlash because he said survival of the fittest. If it kills me, it's all good. And then he obviously had to clarify, what he was saying because he got the backlash. But, it's a similar situation. This is what he believes, which is fine. I actually don't have a problem. If you think it's a joke, cool. But if you think it's a joke and tens of millions of people listen to what you have to say, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe this will change the tune a little. I feel like I'm glad everyone's okay, but I think either way, seeing that The Rock got it, who's so healthy, and his wife, who's also really healthy, and his two kids actually did get it, because I think a lot of people think that young kids just cannot get it. Yeah. At least that maybe will influence people, Yeah. All right. And then, we kind of talked about it, but what's going on so you think Trump, they're talking about this vaccine by November 1st, right? Just to double back on it real quick. This guy's just throwing out things out of his ass, hoping to boost up numbers before the election, right?
Yeah. I follow all the vaccine stuff because I'm obviously genuinely curious. I could tell you flu shots are available now. And that's it. And there's nobody.
I'm getting mine Tuesday. I got the notification from the pediatrician's office.
Yeah, I'm going to go get
flu
it too.
Shots
I should probably get one of those, huh?
Yeah, because you don't want to be sniffling.
It doesn't hurt. It's literally less than a prick. You don't even know that you've been given the shot.
My whole thing is I usually don't get them because I just don't get sick that often. But I don't even want to risk being sick and worrying that it's corona or everyone else, exactly. Not being able to come record a group chat for a week because I'm like, I don't know, man.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, thank you. Because I'm like, I don't know. Got a cough.
You're not The Rock. You're not going to get away with it on set like that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, back in the day, you'd have 2 drinks and you're gone for 2 days.
Yeah, that was the old me,
Your immune system's really gotten better, huh?
Yeah. You put down the cigs and the,
Red Bull.
Nightly vodka Red Bull, and, it turns out it's not so bad for you.
And no Baja wet burritos.
Not Baja wet burritos every day. You don't get sick as often.
It's funny.
Yeah. Okay. So I wouldn't hold your breath, people, in case you're watching the news and you're thinking, here it comes, November 1st. We're all good. I don't think so. All right. Let's take a break. I did get one DM, so let's not blow it out of proportion. I got one DM that said, I just wanted to say on this one particular episode, Pete was tolerable. So things are moving in a positive direction with the ads. We got one DM. Yep. So Pete, take it away. Whatever you're doing is kind of working.
Right.
They said your energy level was right. Volume level was mid, which is perfect. Take it away. Let's see what you got.
All right, guys, welcome back to the ad portion of this podcast. I hope you find my soothing voice just as soothing as a soothing voice could be. Now, I told you about this in the weeks previous, and I told you last episode that I told you so about the Menlo Club. Now, I don't know how much more convincing or how much I have to do to convince you guys, if you aren't already, to go sign up for the Menlo Club. Now, you heard about Dee's celebration for his birthday. If you're hearing this on Thursday night, because we're releasing Thursday night, you only have a few hours left to go grab those 40% off deals that are happening on themenlohouse.com. Those are going to be done after tonight on Thursday. Let me get the date correct, September 3rd. But signing up for the Menlo Club for only $40, you're going to get that Melrose Place sweatshirt and then 2 Melrose Place tees for the $40 in your first package. An amazing deal for only $40. It's $176 value. So don't miss out. Get that first package for only $40 and join the Menlo Club and get in on all the great clothing and shoes and everything else that comes with the Menlo Club. You're 20% off and free shipping at themenlohouse.com. Don't wait any longer. This deal's only going to last for the weekend and then it's over. You're not going to get it at a cheaper price. This is about as cheap as we ever do it. So don't wait any longer. Take advantage of Dee's birthday. It's the one gift you guys can actually give to him that he'll be happy about. You can't even buy him 1942 right now. So do the right thing. Do the best thing. And go ahead over to themenlohouse.com. Use the code DBDAY. That's DEEBDAY at themenlohouse.com and sign up for the Menlo Club today. Don't wait any longer. Okay, that's it for me, guys. As always, go ahead and follow us on Twitter. We're going to be a big heads up for you guys real quickly. The newsletter is coming back Mondays and Thursdays. Look out for those in your inbox. That's right, every Monday and Thursday. Mondays, we're going to catch you up on everything you missed from the weekend and everything you need to know for the week going forward. Little tidbits, little guys to really get your day started. So when you had those 2 minutes before the Zoom call starts, those awkward 2 minutes, you have something to say to the people in the room. And on Thursdays, we're going to get you ready for the weekend with some fun, interesting deep dives, and you're not going to want to miss it. So head over to the Melrose Place, head over to melrosestreetjournal.com and sign up for that newsletter. And on the very bottom, if you're not signed up for the newsletter, you'll never be able to get a shout out because shout outs are now included at the bottom of the newsletter. So if you're not signed up, you'll never be able to get a shout out. So don't miss either one of those. That's it for me. Thank you so much for listening. All of you that have stayed with me. I've given you a calmer voice. In return, you have to stick through these and buy whatever I'm trying to sell you. That's it. That's all I got. Okay, have a great Labor Day weekend, guys. I'm going to go get drunk.
Back to business. What's going on with Facebook and these political ads? You know, we all know the outrage over the 2016 election. I think there's a lot of eyes on Facebook for 2020. I saw this article that they're banning new political ads. Is this only the week before the election? Like, is this some like half-assed excuse?
Bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bullshit. All they're doing is they don't want anyone proclaiming victory days leading up to the election that could sway people's intention to vote.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do that, if you're running for office and you're going to do that, do it 2 weeks before. Because the week of, you can't do it.
Yeah, that's
it's just literally.
I actually would say everyone should go to Facebook and read Mark Zuckerberg's full post because it's like he writes in pretty extensive detail and explaining why he's doing everything he's doing. And the reason for the week before is because there isn't enough time to contest misinformation claims. So presumably, if it's 2 weeks before, you can contest it and get it removed.
Do it a month then. Do it a month.
The most, I mean, if you want to compare Zuck to Dorsey, it's like not even comparable because Zuck is actually doing things to try to. Sure, his platform is flawed. We know that. We know there's misinformation left and right from all sides. He and his wife are donating $300 million to nonpartisan organizations supporting states and local counties and strengthening our voting infrastructure. So if you read his essay on Facebook, I think Zuck is terrified that, I'm not saying he's right-leaning or left-leaning, that Trump is publicly saying he's not going to accept the results unless he wins. So he's like, I at least want the voters to decide. And I'm going to do everything in my power to help voting and get out the voter registration. They have a voter registration campaign that Facebook has been running in the last 72 hours. They had 24 million clicks. I think he's terrified for the importance of the democracy, not that he cares if Trump or Biden wins. So I commend him. Zuck, you're not as evil as everyone says. And Dorsey, you're not doing shit.
Dorsey's definitely not doing shit.
Get out of the Hamptons. We know you're friends with Jay-Z. We don't need any more pictures of you with Jay-Z. Go fix your platform.
Yeah.
I do agree, man. And even though, like, I don't think Zuck has the overall best intentions, like, I do think Zuck's doing a lot of damage and still cares mostly about
Of course.
revenue.
I'm not saying he's a saint.
But what this was to your point is, Jack to me like comes off like Mr. Good Guy, but isn't doing anything. Where at least Mark is doing things, you know, that aren't like intentionally hurtful. Like he's trying to figure it out. He's trying to preserve some sanity and his revenue and make moves. Where Jack's like doing media tours saying, "Yeah, I don't know, it's really tough. It's really tough. We're gonna have to figure it out. I don't know."
Yeah, I mean, he's just more excited that the Cash App has literally exploded during the pandemic. Which is under Square. And he's given up on Twitter?
Maybe. Because that thing's becoming Reddit real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing you never want to do, especially as a business person, is get probed. You know what I mean? No one is trying to get probed out here, especially by the SEC. And it looks like Robinhood is getting probed. What's going on?
High frequency trading. We talked about it months ago. And they're selling data. And finally, the sleepy SEC decided to look into it and see what's really going on.
Great. Yeah. So the SEC is going to fine them $10 million. Keep it moving. They've raised $800 million in the last 3 months.
What if they fined them $800 million?
That's what, if you want to stop it, so this is the stupid thing. If you actually care about the behavior, either punish it so that the behavior stops or don't punish it at all.
Yeah, but they don't. It's all part of the bigger game. I'm sure Robinhood's playing the right games on the other
They're
side.
Like, okay, just fine us $10 million. You'll look like a hero.
Yep. All good. We'll take care of these other things. We're fine. Let us live.
Yeah.
All brokerages do this, by the way. They sell their order flow to high frequency traders. That is how they make money. That's how Robinhood can charge zero for trades. So all you TikTok genius Robinhood traders, they're just.
I haven't heard any of them say that.
They don't know why.
Yeah, I haven't heard any of them get familiar with that.
They haven't figured out why it's true.
Okay, well there you go. So catching a good probing probably will be nothing. Quick little slap on the wrist. Keep it moving.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right, and then we have an update on this NBC Universal exec, Ron Meyer, who got exposed for having an affair, and he stepped down and all this stuff. But we have some more details here from this Daily Mail article. Seems like this guy was pretty wild.
Ronnie is a wild, wild man.
Ronnie, man, he is.
Ronnie was making, first of all, just give you a backstory. Ronnie was the head of NBC Universal, 75 years old.
75.
In his 60s, early 60s, he had a little bae, a little 28-year-old bae at the time. Oh no, I think maybe she was younger. I think she was 20 at the time. She was 20 at the time when he was 67.
Whoa.
And obviously, affair. He had his wife and kids, and her name is Charlotte Kirk. All of that was like the first domino to fall, that he was having an affair. So he got fired. Now the dirt is flying out. This guy lost over $100 million gambling, playing craps from Las Vegas to Atlantic City. They would fly planes, helicopters. This guy would lose $3, $5, $6, $7 million a sitting. He's an idiot.
He's a dummy.
He's the biggest dummy ever. And I can't believe this guy lost $100 million. $100 million gambling. Not on TikTok. I would have respect for him if he lost it on TikTok.
Or not TikTok, Robinhood. Option trading, you mean?
Yeah, I mean on Robinhood. Sorry, not TikTok. On Robinhood. But he lost it gambling.
Gosh, $100 million. They said he would lose between 5 and 7 million per.
Yeah, it's insane. And do you know there's a lot of rumblings about these local LA billionaires that are just getting taken in poker games and losing significant amounts of their net worth. Wealth. The story isn't unique, weirdly.
The part I don't get is how are you, in one hand, the same type of person that is obviously smart, and obviously smart with money. Like, what's he managing over at NBC Universal? Like, he obviously understands budgets and money and all that stuff. But you allow yourself to lose that kind of money or to be like the mark in a local poker game.
That's where I don't get when you know these professional poker players are coming to play you.
Yeah.
You know you're the sucker.
I don't get it. And nowhere in life other than that are you a sucker, obviously.
Probably with women.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So it's women and gambling. You want to take a billionaire down? Two things.
Yep. Yeah.
Idiots.
Okay. I just don't get it. This story is insane.
This is a movie. This is a movie. This is.
So here's my question. What do all the Ron Meyers that are currently Ron Meyering around town do during COVID? Like they just have secret, like imagine if your life was blowing $100 million at Caesars and now you can't do any of that. Like, is there these weird underground things happening?
Yeah, there's plenty of poker games happening. We're hearing about them. There's plenty of other things. There's parties happening. He's still Ron Meyering around town. Don't worry.
Wow. Okay. All right. And then John Wexler, the former Adidas and Yeezy general manager, is joining the Shopify team.
This is a major, major move. And I'll tell you why. This is my biggest grief with technology companies is that they don't understand culture. Specifically, American technology companies have never hired the right people when it comes to the culture. So look at Facebook, look at Twitter, look at what are some big, Apple has done a great job. But outside of like the social media and a lot of these tech software people, they never understood the culture. Yep. And TikTok comes in, pays a crap load of money to a bunch of people that I remember 2 years ago when we were like, what? That guy's making $50,000 a month off TikTok? And it worked. They're a $100 billion company now. Yep. And I think what we don't realize is how important is being culturally relevant when you're talking to young people. And even Amazon. Amazon is not good when it comes to cultural relevance. John Wexler is the one that handled the Yeezy situation at Adidas. Shopify realizes that they are the coolest brand in software. Like, what's cooler than Shopify when it comes to software? Like, I can't even think of another brand. And pay John Wexler a bag of dough. It's irrelevant. They're a $100 billion company. Pay him millions of dollars. Who cares? And you just got so much street cred. And I've heard the Yeezy site is on Shopify. I mean, you just open your opportunities to do deals with creatives. Anyone who does anything with Kanye, you'll at least have the meeting. You're gonna find out and be like, "Yo, I helped do Yeezy. Let's talk, Kylie. Let's talk about rolling out apparel, and we'll help you launch it on Shopify. We'll be your partner. We'll do your 3PL. We'll do your customer service. Oh, Travis Scott, you want to do this? Cool. Why don't you come to us? We'll handle it for you." Yep. He has everyone's role. He has the biggest Rolodex, and he has a $100 billion company to back him. This is why, like a company like Shopify, which is Canadian,
hats
not American
off to Toby.
Again.
Hats off to Toby.
Love Toby.
This
CEO and founder of Shopify.
This is where American arrogance bugs the shit out of me. Like, American companies won't pay for talent. American tech won't pay for talent. And look,
do you know why? Do you know why? It's because Facebook, which was the greatest example of network effect without paid media buys to grow, was worked so phenomenally well that in a way we've never seen before. And every consumer-facing company that comes out of Silicon Valley from then on thought, oh, Facebook did it without paid. We don't have to. Yep. And a couple things. Kanye tweeted that this guy changed his life. So he's got the cosign from Kanye that he was super important. Yeah. And I got shared a stat yesterday that there's over 2,000 merchants on Shopify that do between $2 and $50 million in revenue. That's staggering.
Yeah. I'm sure, man. Like, it's just the only place to go if you're one of these newer e-com companies.
Yeah.
You know?
Good
and there's all these companies. I mean, we know all these companies, all these startups and these growth companies, all these things, and a lot of them do a lot of business. They're all on Shopify. They really just murdered that. I mean, I don't know how they did that so well pre a guy like this.
Yeah.
Like, how do you just become the cool place? And already now, I mean, how old is Shopify?
It's probably a decade.
Yeah, probably.
So for what they're doing, that's not very long at all. And it's already like not even a question. Like it's just called a Shopify store. Like you start a Shopify store. That's what you do. It's not even, there's not a question of who you go to start an online store. They really crushed that.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's a great company. Toby's a beast.
Shout out to Toby, man. And I just want to reiterate, when I DM'd him, he responded.
Great guy.
Great guy. I just said, hey, man, thanks. You've been really helpful for the business. Really appreciate it. He said, awesome. Good to hear. Thank you. Might not have been him, but fuck it. I think
it's him. If you go through his Twitter feed, it feels like it's him.
Yeah. Okay. You guys want to do some winners, losers content?
Yeah.
Let's turn on that Twitch. Are we on Twitch?
We've been on.
All right, we're on Twitch. Group Chat Pod on Twitch. Hit us up every Thursday. We do our winners, losers content live. Anand, who is the biggest winner for the last week?
Undeniably Donald J. Trump.
Damn it, I'm with you. I have the same one.
He literally had nothing to run on. The economy has cratered.
Yep.
180,000 dead.
Yep.
Small business owners, Republican, Democrats alike, all cratered.
Didn't have a thing didn't have a build that wall, didn't have a locker up.
No, he found it.
He found it, or maybe it found him.
Law and order. This nonsense is working.
Yep.
And because of the woke left and the way they agitate center moderate people with their rhetoric, law and order is working. He's closing the gap across all the swing states.
Yep.
And you're going to get him the election won. The woke is going to get Donald Trump elected.
Yeah,
the guy that called us Hollywood wannabe losers.
Yes.
Yep. I want to say, I think the best, this is what you're saying, but just reiterating, the best thing for his campaign is all of this looting and all the madness, the mayhem.
He toured Kenosha, Wisconsin, similar to how George Bush toured 9/11.
Yep.
When the buildings crumbled.
That it was destroyed by terrorists, essentially. Yeah, this is the new caravan. If you guys all remember the caravan in 2016, listeners, this is the immigrants and the terrorists coming over the walls. This is it. And I even noticed the way that he talked about the Trump supporter that was murdered. He doesn't talk about any of these people that were killed by cops. He doesn't talk about, the victims from Rittenhouse. But he talked about that guy. He's just really good at finding his spin on the story and making that the narrative. And for all these people, and we know that there are a lot of people that are team police and that are team law and order.
Yes. And
this message for them is dead on.
It's unbelievable what this worked out for him.
It's scary, man. To me, it felt like, okay, probably no chance re-election like a couple months ago. This feels like I don't know. I don't know what Biden's going to pull out.
We talked about it on this podcast 1 month ago. This was a landslide, and we weren't saying it facetiously. We were saying it because that's what the data showed.
Yeah.
Now the data is showing this is a hotly contested election.
And you want to know what else I'm sick of is when your whole campaign is just not what Trump's doing.
Yep.
We need more. We need more, like, what's going to happen? What's going to change? What's the solutions here? Like, there's still a lot of just what Trump did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
I agree.
Well, we'll see, man. But it's a scary one. It's going to be a wild fall and winter. And if we make it to spring, man, we're going to have something to celebrate. Hopefully we have a vaccine. Dee, what do you got?
My winner is a friend of mine, Brandon Cohen. He is the founder and CEO of Liquid IV. Yep. And they just got acquired by Unilever. So amazing. I think it's a huge price tag. I have not heard the number yet, but I'm hearing it's a big number. So I'm excited for him because he's a young dude out of LA that did something pretty quickly, like high-profile investors. He came up with this idea while he was, I think, playing minor league baseball. I did a podcast with him. I'll share it again. But it's pretty cool just to hear his story. I mean, these baseball players were using Pedialyte, and he was like, why are professional athletes using Pedialyte? And he came up with Liquid IV. And here we are a few years later with a mega exit. So good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him. Met him once. Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very nice
I played
guy.
basketball with him a couple of times.
Good hooper?
He's a good hooper. He can hit
wow.
a deep
He's
three.
rich and he's getting
all-around winner.
Keep me away from that guy.
Why?
He's
Gives
jealous.
me a bad look.
Oh.
I can't compete
Well,
with that.
especially now he's rich.
Yeah,
as
I know.
shit. Yeah,
I don't know if he hit deep threes, but he's rich.
yeah. Stop
Come
hanging out with him
on.
right away. Okay, losers. Not us.
Yep.
Anand.
We're not wannabe losers.
Yeah.
Despite what Chance said.
Chance. Anand, who you got?
Jewel, breaking news. They're
Whoa.
laying off half their staff.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
They'd already laid off a third of their staff earlier this year. So things must not be doing.
But what were those bonuses that they got around the holiday season? Weren't
It
those
was the
massive?
year before. Yes.
Right.
Everyone got rich the year before.
Wow.
Gosh, man. I remember when Jewel just could not lose.
Now it's Puff.
Yeah.
Puff bars are.
That's the other problem is there's so many Puff bars are hotter now.
Well, Puff bars are hot, and then there's so much competition even outside of
Yeah,
that
here's what I-
Juuls aren't.
Here's what I don't get. You talk to any weed company, they're on fire. So you would assume e-cigs are on fire too.
I think there's too much competition. I think Jewel was the only thing for a while, but it's too easy to replicate.
Well, also the other problem is that when Juul got shut down, it was because of their flavors. So their flavors, the fruit flavors and so forth, got shut down. And then people like Puff Bar came in unregulated and gave all the fruit flavors. So they simply just took over that market
Will
space
Puff
that
Bar
was
get
killed.
regulated eventually? They're doing the mango and
Yeah,
all that
absolutely.
stuff?
Yeah, they have crazy flavors.
I mean, if they got regulated, Puff Bar will eventually as well. But that's all they're doing is jumping in place.
Yeah, the target was on Jewel.
Right.
You know, like they waltzed in and it was like, nope, shutting them down. Meanwhile, there's like 20 other brands.
Don't
But
feel
also-
bad for anyone at Jewel. They all made a ton of money.
But also, like, Puff Bar is terrible for the environment. It's all like one use.
Yeah.
Like, at least Juul, you're
just
reusing
the cartridge, right?
Yeah, you're just getting a new cartridge. That you're getting a whole new stick.
True.
It's crazy.
Okay. Dee, who's your loser?
My loser, unfortunately, are people trading on Robinhood. I'm extremely scared for the next 2 months with the election looming, a fake vaccine coming, and people trading on margin and options. Just be careful, guys. It gets ugly very quick.
I agree. And to kind of add on to yours, my loser was Tim.
Really?
Yeah, because Tim Apple over here, our engineer, came in hot. You know, just I think it was Tuesday.
He did.
And said, I've made 40% and blah, blah, blah. Look at him now. Now he has hunched over. He just looks sad. He had a little pep in his step and a real upright posture on Tuesday.
Oh, my God.
Look at that. He's in the red. He's just red. He showed me his Robinhood. It's just red. It just looks like a bloodbath.
Yeah.
So anyway, the good news is he won't be quitting. He still needs a job. And, we get to keep him. But it's just funny that he let the news be known that things were going so well. And the next day he got punched in the face.
That's so funny.
I'm sticking with it, though.
Stick with it. Ride it out.
I'm
Good
taking
luck,
your
Tim.
advice and going long.
Go
Good
long.
luck, Tim.
Good luck, man. We're with you. All right, content. Anand, what do you got?
So it's a podcast series by Ben Rhodes. He's part of the Crooked Media PodSave crew. It's called Missing America. I've been listening to it for the past week. It's really good. Obviously left-leaning, but it's more informative. So he talks about how the birth of Trumpism started. So he talks about what was going on in the country and how that all came about, then about nationalism, how nationalism across the world is bubbling, and talks to like activists who are trying to combat that, like be more inclusive rather than exclusive, and then authoritarianism, misinformation, a lot of good tidbits. Recommend it.
I just subscribed.
Yep.
Good ad.
Great.
Dee?
Mine is a lovely new discovery I found on Netflix. It was previously on YouTube Premium. It's called Cobra Kai. It is the reincarnation of Daniel LaRusso and Cobra Kai. My favorite movie from my childhood is now back. It's the perfect blend of right now and 1985. It's hysterical, incredible show on Netflix.
So it's a recreation of The Karate Kid, basically?
No, it's like present day. Daniel LaRusso and the guy from Cobra Kai, the young kid, are like still living in the valley. Daniel LaRusso is like a rich car dealer, and the other guy's like a deadbeat dad that tries to relaunch Cobra Kai. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Sounds like stuff that 40-year-olds are into.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched the preview. Not that appealing.
Jeez.
It's incredible.
Okay. All right. For all you oldies out there, there's some weekend entertainment.
Yeah.
Mine is the book that we talked about earlier this week, Blood and Oil.
Yep.
And shout out to frickin' Jeff and Mackenzie, because we ordered it. I
That was
ordered it on
insane.
Amazon on the pod, and it was at my house the next morning. Me and Anand both got a copy. I'm a couple chapters in. It is incredible.
Can't wait.
Yeah. So check it out.
It's about MBS we talked about in the last pod and
Yep.
his rise to power and all the fascinating stories along the way.
And I'll tell you what, for the sake of just educating yourself on someone that is going to be in the news a lot for the rest of our lives and a big power in the world, you should read up.
Yep.
Know who we're talking about. Okay. That's it. I got to run. You guys got shout outs, right?
Yeah, Anand, can you actually handle the shout outs? I got to run too. I'm on baby duty.
Okay,
All right.
we
We get
got it.
solo on and shout outs. D, happy birthday, man. I'll bring
Thank
this alcohol over this evening, and
Thank
we'll
you,
see you
guys.
soon.
Yeah. I
Bye-bye.
appreciate the alcohol. Thank you.
You got it, man. You got it.
All right, Pete, it's our podcast now. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What do we got?
Wait.
The first shout out, Miranda, turning 41 this Friday, September 4th. She lives in Chicago, and because of the lame Rona, her friend can't come in to celebrate. Similar to what Drama shared a few episodes ago, the Rona has really taken a toll on her, and we want to cheer her up. Happy birthday, Miranda. She's a super Kathy and has been listening to us since the beginning. So happy birthday. Have a good time. Pick
Wow.
yourself up.
Yes.
Celebrate.
Second one we have is so hey guys, this is what he puts. I want to ask for a favor and would like a birthday shout out to his fiance Adriana. Her name, her birthday is on the 5th, which is tomorrow. No, Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday technically. They're from Dallas, Texas. Now I don't know who he is, and I don't know Adriana's last name. So if you fit this description. Happy, and you have you're a fiance,
And you're getting married in May of 2021?
Yes. Happy birthday to you. They plan on getting married May 2021. So, wow.
Great stuff, and that's all we got.
And then Jonathan, it just says Jonathan, happy Kathy. I don't really know what that means.
It's a weak shout out,
It's
Jonathan.
a weak shout out. Now, to
Unless
make these.
Jonathan was the one who wrote the last shout out.
I get this
I
now.
couldn't tell.
Oh, okay.
I
So maybe
figured you would
Jonathan's
know.
wishing you a happy birthday, Adriana. So very great for them. But to formalize this a little bit more, I've been talking with the team, and we're going to figure out a system where two things: A, newsletters coming back starting Monday. We're going to have 2 a week, so make sure if you're not subscribed, you head over to melrosestreetjournal.com and get signed up for the newsletter immediately and be looking out for it on Monday and Thursday. Monday, we're going to start you out with everything you need to know, what you missed from the weekend, and whatever are all the things that you need to know for the week ahead. And then on Thursday, we're going to hit you with a lot of cool, fun stuff, very informative, very fun. We'll have some guest writers, you guys, D, Drama on it.
do it.
We'll all pitch in. But at the bottom of the newsletter, we're going to have a formal link for shout outs, which means you don't have to DM us anymore. You don't have to be hidden in the DMs or not be able to reach us. We're going to have a form for you to fill out to get a shout out so you can go there. So again, make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter over at melrosestreetjournal.com so you see that link. Because if not, you're not going to get a shout out. We're not going to take any DM shout outs. Maybe for the first week, but after that, it's over. So be ready, be there. You can't get it online. You can't just waltz it right into it. You have to be subscribed to the newsletter. So that'll button up everything else for us.
That's all we got. That was long.
Wow.
Beat.
I know,
Episode's
but I
over.
wanted to
Cut it,
describe
Tim.
it.